Hey everybody, it is qcknd and the day has come. I am talking about my eyebrows. You guys may have noticed that suddenly I have straight, pointy eyebrows, and that is because I shaved them for a video that I never put out. So because that video hasn't come out, you guys are probably wondering, what's up with those brows? How do I make these brows? Why do you make these brows? And today I wanted to make a tutorial on these eyebrows. One eyebrow showing you how I shave and shape them and then draw them on. And then the other eyebrow is kind of like my everyday eyebrow. I saw online that there were worries about these eyebrows being hard to maintain. So I wanted to give you the lazy version. This is a week grown out, although a little thicker than this one. Really easy to do in real time, and then also show you how I primp and prime them and maintain them for more of a like Instagram worthy brow. So hang out with me today if you were wondering how I do these brows, and if you're wondering why. Savon shaved my eyebrows for a video, but then I really like them. So if you are scared to try it out, I was really scared too, but I was like, I'm a YouTuber, my body is worthless. But actually, I have grown to really love them. I can make them crazy, or I can make them more tame and regular. But at this point, not only am I very used to them, but I get excited to do them. And this grocery store eyebrow really doesn't take me any time at all. So hang out with me today and I will show you how it goes, all the tips and tricks I have learned, and do not be intimidated by this process. In order to get to this point, I practiced in the mirror non-stop, and I tell you, it was so fun to do that again. So hang out, let's do it, let's get the eyebrow going, and stay tuned. So let's talk about eyebrows. One of the first things I want to talk about, it's kind of hard for me to narrow it down because I do my eyebrows, if I'm doing them, in one of three ways. I feel like in this video I should show you the most like popular way I do it. Or how do I say, like the most like Instagram worthy way I do it, or like camera friendly way I do it, but I also have like an everyday style that I do as well, and they're both different. So I will say that when you are doing your eyebrows in this like straight line, there are a couple things to be kind of aware of. So generally when I shape my eyebrows, and this is my eyebrow after not being like super shaped for maybe a week. After about a week, you can see that these hairs right here start to grow the tail that starts going downward. So we want our eyebrows to be straight up, kind of like this. And you can see that these hairs, just a couple of them right here, start to bring the shape down like that. That kind of shape is, I think, okay. It's grown out, but you can kind of wear this on the weekends, you know what I mean? You can put some brow gel through this and it almost like starts to just look like a little tiny brow. However, and this side grows a lot faster, so you can see like just these like three hairs start to form the eyebrow that like goes down. And it's almost nice to have that little eyebrow in your back pocket. You can go to yoga and have like almost like a little bit of an eyebrow, but when my eyebrow does this, I can do this like lazy eyebrow style. Wow, you really talked me into it. Okay. When I trim my eyebrow, I take that off. And then it's much easier to get that severe line, but these grow back fast. So the way to cover those is with a pen. So this is Glossier Brow Flick, and I got this on Black Friday, so I think it retails like $18. This is the color brown. This little product I'll talk about for 10 seconds. It has a tip like this, and this isn't like a marker tip. These are almost like little brush hairs. Sometimes they get a little gunked up and I'll like wipe them on a tissue. What I will do, kind of find where my eyebrows get a little rogue here, and create one line. So you can see those hairs fall out. And not only do they fall out, that they're growing from there. So almost like Beauty Guru, like liquid eyeliner, you can anchor your hand with your pinky if you'd like. Looks like that. Come back in and bring it back like an eyeliner tutorial. And then fill in that triangle that we created. One of my beefs with this product is it will leave like a little bit of gunk. And it's kind of hard to get that out. Don't wipe that gunk off. It is powerful. So come in here and finish this off. If the brush is getting like sticky to where it is wiping product off as you are wiping product on, use the middle of the brush here and kind of lay it and go on like that. That's just an example. So fill in your brow. And like, yeah, we all see that. So what you're going to do is come back to where your brow starts, right here, and keep filling in a line until it's gone. These are going to give you thick caterpillar brows, but you can see the severity of those lines has already kind of diminished. So keep filling in, starting from here to give yourself a straight line. And we still see them. You've probably seen this little shadow on my Instagram pictures. Let's just say for now, and yeah, you want to give yourself some strokes in the front. And this product's nice and natural looking. Looks good. I like it. So my big $1 million secret, and why you should subscribe to my channel, if you're not already, is kind of crazy. When I figured it out in the mirror, I was like, wow, brilliant. Move over, Rihanna. So take some brow gel. If your eyebrow is like looking particularly sparse, if the marker kind of backfired on you and gave you some sparse areas, I'll use a tinted brow gel, but I really primarily love the clear brow gel. So if you've ever seen a brow tutorial on my channel, I like to spike my brows to the gods, but this is a little different. Go ahead and go up in the front and go against the grain to kind of give yourself some length here in the front. But what we're going to do, take this, and we're actually going to pull these hairs down. So now that they're down, take your brow spoolie and just like glide them into shape. Having your eyebrow hairs that you still have, creating that little feathery shape, kind of gives this like an excuse. It like makes it look real. But you can see they have a lot of meat. The other option is getting rid of this little tail. So let's start that. Obviously you can always clean this up. I think it needs like one more line at the bottom. Yeah, that's perfect. Like if the brows are totally grown in and they're looking kind of crazy, that's kind of what I do. But I guess let's do this eye, and this will be the full like beginning to end maintenance on how I do my brows. I really like when they're like little and crazy and silly, but I mean not everybody does. So what I have as far as supplies are some scissors, tweezers, and a little shaver. So what we want to do is get rid of these couple of hairs that are growing down. So you can see where my eyebrow wants to grow back, and it wants to grow until here. So you can get rid of all of these hairs. If you're type A and you really want to map this whole thing out, really just shave, keep shaving one little bit at a time, and you can probably use some brow wax. This is NYX brow wax, and I'm sorry it looks crazy. My sharpener only sharps like 1 centimeter at a time. So putting some brow wax on my eyebrow, I'm kind of just shaping where I would like want it to look so I can get these out of the way. Getting those out of the way, you can really see like what needs to go. I'm not type A though. I like do this in the shower with no mirror. Next, I have some of this EOS balm. This is cool because if you are doing this before your makeup, you don't need water or anything for this. It's kind of just like lotion. Then using our shaver, you can kind of just go against the grain and you can see down here where it starts. It might help to turn your head to like create that straight line for yourself. So don't be scared. These are the hairs that are trying to make the arch. So they gotta go. Now we're kind of left with just this little. Next, with our little scissors, if you still have length on these, you'll want to cut it. People who go really, really small have the right idea. The less eyebrow you have, the easier it'll be to draw a whole tail. I wanted to say, don't be too scared of tweezers in all of this. Refine your line as you would with your previous eyebrows, and don't be too scared, but kind of find where you want the line to be, and don't be scared to get rid of some of these hairs. I know I used to work with somebody with really sparse brows who said that their brows were sparse from plucking them too much. You don't have to be too scared of that. You can be careful. Your eyebrow hair will grow back. But using the scissors is a great thing if you want to shape them and you're kind of worried. You can see I could have went shorter because my eyebrow is starting to curve down. If you want thin eyebrows versus this, which covers most of that meat, you will have to go a little shorter. So for filming or Instagram, I will use Pomade. So this is Stay Put Color by Milani, and this is in the color dark brown. I feel like this will allow you, for the most part, to get creative. You can have just a little brow, you can go really high, you can draw a normal brow. So if you decide to shave your brows, be prepared to practice, but it's a lot of fun. It felt like I had a new tattoo or something. It was really fun to just go in the mirror and do this. So this is an eyebrow brush. The Milani eyebrow pomade comes with a brush, and I actually love this little guy. I've been using this one because I own this, so I was like, use it girl, but I do really like the brush it came with as well. So just dipping in here. This is the eyebrow I'm like not as good at, so this will be fun. So what I do is I, again, create that straight line from the bottom, starting here, and this creates our foundation that all our brow is going to lay down. You want to keep making the line so it hides all of these little hairs if you're not going to commit to having just like that much eyebrow. Then you just want to blend the product into your brow as much as possible. For me personally, I think that this product is really severe, but it is like, it's nice. It's like drawing. Nice as in easy. My tip for this is to keep moving your head around so you can see how straight your line is. You can see when it's freshly shaved, you can eliminate a lot of the like meat in the quick brow. So obviously if you want, you can clean up that with concealer. Like that's a little fuzzy kind of right here, but I don't have any makeup on yet, so I'm just gonna finish my makeup. But first, a little brow gel. Be careful to only hit your hair and not your skin because it will take the product off. If you're having trouble with these little hairs right here, they're probably just too long and they gotta goop. So if you have an extra one of these, I'm cleaning this up because I should care because I'm putting this on YouTube. These little brushes are pretty good for that. If you're watching this to learn how to do this for the very first time, you now to put on eyeshadow have all of this, and it's going to be weird the first time you do it because you're used to like closing it off and just having hair to work with, but it like never stops. You just have lid for days. I'm going to show you just with highlighter. It is really fun to just like suddenly have all of this. So this is a little highlighter on my finger. It almost like makes your eyebrow even higher. Even like get it on this like bone here. Because there used to be eyebrow there. So this is my finished brow after makeup and trimming and everything like that. One thing I will say is if it gets a little fuzzy up here from using your brow gel, you can go in with this with concealer and get behind the hairs and clean it up. I did that off camera, so I was like, I should mention that because that's maybe smart. Now that this has kind of dried and settled in, you can kind of see that it's like not really that crazy, so it's good to have both. But yes, you can see this one is a little thicker. You know, midweek after you don't feel like shaving your eyebrows again, it is nice to have this option if you want it, so I wanted to provide that as well as I've been playing around. So let me know if this was interesting to you, if you've wanted to do it or not really, but you wanted to watch how it was done. This is kind of just my method. I haven't watched another tutorial on how to do it, but I think it looks fine on me. And kind of the longer you make it, the less severe it looks. Sometimes I go for one that's like this big, but in my private life. Anyway, I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching this video, and do subscribe if it is your first time here. You can also support the channel by joining the channel memberships and checking out the merch linked below. I love you guys so much, and to check out any of the Instagram pictures I was talking about, feel free to follow me at qcknd. I love you guys, and until next time, bye!